On other fields, on other days. That's the primary charge for the cadets of Army. But on this field, the seeds planted by the likes of Davis, Blanchard, and Dawkins certainly have produced victory. Welcome to Michie Stadium at West Point, home of the Black Knights of the Hudson. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a team from the American, the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Syracuse's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Now on the option. They'll try the run. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Let's think a little bit about Syracuse. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the...
There he goes! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Really good job by this offense, understanding where the sticks are. It's third down and short. The QB makes the pitch, good, accurate pitch, and then he does the rest. Gets north-south and gets the first down.
They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here comes the option. The give to the back. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. But the speed is so much faster in the game, and the offense does a really good job getting it to the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the D.
Michie Stadium, alive. A wall of cadets trying to urge on their fellow soldiers on third down. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. Past the 30. It's a running... And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. Let me tell you, that opening script was a masterpiece. Send that baby to Hollywood, and it's a blockbuster.
I think so, and A-listers all over the field for this offense. You saw some of the playmakers they've got in the speed. Great job going out and executing on that opening drive.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Benson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Army Black Knights offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. The Black Knights with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He'll run it again. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Black Knights decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23. Line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Off the play fake on first down. Lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's got it again. Plows through the defense. Strong, firm tackle. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Coleman. Buys a little time with his feet. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Black Knights will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. They'll run the option. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down and more. At the 45 on his way. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Cuse. Once he got some room, it was over.
Great offenses find a way to feature their playmakers. How about the creativity by the offense? Using the speedster, the wide receiver as the pitch man, and he kicks it into high gear and makes the huge, long touchdown run for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Louisville. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Black Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
The Black Knights need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Running back searching for a hole. Powers through the defender. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. And the Black Knights send out the punt unit. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Syracuse.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Give to the back. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Syracuse right back at it. Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. On the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try the left side. Finding open areas. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
Wide receiver going in motion. Give to the running back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies in the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speedster to the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Cook. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these third and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice. This offense slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a first and goal.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's
Oh, he's got some space. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Black Knights in the hurry-up.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Coleman. Got it in the middle. It's Fortner. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Reed. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Caught behind the line. It's Dyer. And that one did not work. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They've played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
All right, nice job, defense. Backs against the wall. You did your job setting up 4th down. Just be careful, though, because this is a team that's shown they can fake field goals. Your guys have to be alert.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll close the gap to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Wyoming was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in Laramie. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been Cowboys Nation, who will enjoy this win. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. From the gun, the ground game. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wide receiver comes in motion.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. The option look. He's in open space downfield. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Syracuse right back at it. To the air, it's Collins. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Syracuse will be forced to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the ball comes to rest right there.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Motion from the wideout. On the move. He's going to get stopped, trapped, and it'll be a safety.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
And the Syracuse offense will take over.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking for room, it's Hart. Nice move to pick up yardage. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, one thing we can always count on is a great atmosphere in West Point. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Hudson inside venerable Michie Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Benson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Black Knights line up to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
Corrals it at the 45. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Gives it on the option. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
A look out over the Hudson, and it looks calm. It is not calm in Michie Stadium on this 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Collins. Caught over the middle, it's Hart. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the 1st down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
And the try is no good. And despite the missed field goal, guys, there's a bright side. They're still up by 16. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Calls his own number. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
When you've already set your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Black Knights will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. With the catch, it's Cook. Breaks into the open. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The give on the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Orange. And the beatdown has ensued.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, you know, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by just 1 over Marshall. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this range is concentrate on one thing, making the catch. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
cut your losses.
You're right, absolutely. Slide, don't take the extra punishment. You just give up on the play.
Running to Green. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Interesting play call for this offense, man. A slow developing screen on a 3rd and short when a defense is a little bit aggressive and it doesn't work. And it's easy to question after the fact, obviously, right, guys? Like, it didn't work, but I don't love that play call when I know a defense will be really aggressive on 3rd and short.
And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Runs through a tackle. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Gonna run it. It's Reed. Oh, and that's just like a penalty. They get in the backfield and knock him down for a loss of 5. And the Black Knights will send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing: make the catch. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there. Got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play.
Here we go, here we go.
Might as well stick with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. On the option. And now in the pitch, the flying out to the left. The 20. Touchdown, Army! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now it's a 2-possession game, down 15. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here's the return from inside his 10. He's got great speed, and he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Tight end now in motion. On the run, it's Hart. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. To the air, it's Collins. Gets it out fast. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. He'll ride his man on the option. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The short hands. It's Cook. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Just feeds the running back. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Iowa State is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been clicking in every facet of the game. They're up by 39 over the Rebels. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The short hands, it's Reed. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. So now it's 2nd and long. Pulls and fires complete to the right. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Pulls and fires complete. And that's a live ball behind the line. Scoops it up, still a live ball. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Man,
and it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Touchdown, Black Knights! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback flexibility to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Goes to the option. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Mikey Stadium, alive, a wall of cadets trying to urge on their fellow soldiers on third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll try to run for it. Can't get him to the ground. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Catch in the middle, it's Gill. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. On the option. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Orange converted and picked up that last first down by keeping it on the ground. Maybe they go right back to it. He leaves it with the back. Breaks the tackle. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
give to the running back. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching